Good morning, students. Today is Monday, February 10th. Today's homework is to read for 25 minutes, like usual. You should be studying for your vocab quiz for Vocab List 3.3, which is going to be on Thursday since we don't have school on Friday. And if you need a quick reminder, remember you can always find the vocab if you go to our website. Click on the vocab link, and you can see vocab Quizlet for Unit 3.3 is right here. Next, you should be doing portfolio paragraph number 14 for this week, and that is also due on Thursday, since of course you guys are off on Friday. Study guide for Unit 3 is right here, so that's the next thing you need to write down, and this I'm going to clarify this a little bit. Unit 3 test is next Thursday and Friday, so the 20th and the 21st, and it is one of the tests from the district that you cannot redo, and so it is very important that you do a good job of studying. The study guide that we're going to provide you looks like this, and you should be going through to identify the parts of the study guide that you are very maybe confused on and you need to review quite a bit, which will be highlighted in red if you are kind of familiar with the topic but you need a little bit more studying. Highlight that in yellow, and then anything that you're pretty solid on, you don't really need any more clarification, highlight it in green, and you can say, okay, well, I understand it, I'm going to review it once, but I don't need to study it too much. So that's going to be passed out in a little bit. That being said, what we're going to do for today's agenda, we are going to head down to the library so that you can check out any books that you need. Remember, you should really always be you should always check out an extra book so you have a book on deck, like we've said before. So everyone should be checking something out today. We are going to explain what blind date with a book is once we are down at the library, but just be prepared to check out and return any books that you need to. And you should also write down somewhere that you need to be setting your quarter 3 reading goal in your reading expectations log if you have not already. Once we get back from the library, you're going to be doing a little bit of win time where you have a few options. Remember, if the option is not listed here in the win time section, you are not supposed to be doing anything else. You can retake the CFA 3 if your name is up here. This is the last day that we're going to give you the option to do this. If you don't do it today, then your grade that you currently have in the gradebook sticks. You can also be pulled for your speaking and listening test for the performance task, and that's going to be either with Mrs. Pomager or Mrs. Schumann, and that's where you're just going to go through your argument writing from last week and kind of tell your teacher about it and what kind of support you gave. Other two options would be to independently read, and I'm going to come around and check in with the state of the class, or you can be studying with the study guide that we just talked about up here for win time. So if you really feel like you need to do some serious studying, I would highly recommend you do that. Once that is done, we will set a timer for win time. Once win time is over, you are going to have a grammar pretest. And remember, the grammar pretest is just to see what you know already. If you don't know anything, that's totally fine. But we will just figure out who needs what from us. So that will be pretty quick. Once that's done, you can move on individually to the Internet of Things, which is a reading online that you will do from the My Perspectives online book, and you can listen to that while you're reading, but then you need to answer the comprehension questions in your actual book on page 226, and you'll be doing questions 1 through 4 for that. So that is what we're doing today. If you have any clarifying questions, now you may raise your hand, but other than that, we're going to get started. Have a great day.